Good morning everyone, MMDA back on the road. Right now they're issuing tickets to vehicles that were parked in the emergency bay. The problem in this area around the airport is that people treat it as long-term parking instead of what it truly is, an emergency area. The MMDA do have tow trucks with them and they will be picking up some of these illegally parked vehicles. And there are huge signs here which say no parking tollway zone. For those vehicles that have a driver who can show a license, it is only a ticket and then they can drive away. As much as possible, the team don't like to ticket emergency vehicles, even if they're volunteer vehicles. The problem is they've been here for a long time. No one's come out for this fire truck. There's no plate on the back, no plate on the front. There's just a plate in the windscreen. Obviously you can't read it because all the stuff in front of it. So I think they're going to have to tow this away to clear the emergency bay. Of course, their help is always appreciated. Volunteer firefighters do a lot of good work. But at the same time, if people see private vehicles being ticketed and towed, and then volunteer vehicles being allowed to do the same thing without any penalty, of course they would say that's unfair. So sometimes the MMDA are forced to tow it because there's really no one here. The team are also issuing a ticket to this motorcycle parked on the sidewalk. The driver already handed over his license, so it won't be impounded. It looks like these two Jeeps are also going on the tow trucks for illegal parking unattended. It is part of their franchise requirements that they have a proper off-street parking. But as you've seen, the streets are littered with illegally parked taxis, jeepneys, tricycles, all kinds of public transport. You may have seen a lot of news recently about LTO cracking down on taxi drivers that are being choosy and refusing to convey passengers. They say it's too traffic, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's rainy, it's sunny. Hopefully one day LTFRB could really remove those franchised operators. But I guess for now, for 2023, it'll be the MMDA and LTO to enforce those rules. Oh, talking about LTO, someone just arrived now for a selfie with Bong. I think he's Skyway and he's deputized by LTO. So there you go. This motorcycle is also being impounded, parked on the sidewalk. They waited a long time, no driver came out. If you look here, you'll see this older gentleman trying to work out how he can get around this car parked on the sidewalk. And I know some people have got so used to this kind of thing that they just treat it as normal. But honestly, if you experience clear sidewalks, clear roads, that's the time you think, wow, I wish the Philippines could have the same thing. I wish it could be a walkable city, a walkable Metro Manila. And I just hope that people haven't lost faith and hope that it can actually be reached. Further along, same thing, people walking in the road, in the bicycle lane. It's sad, it's sad. And you might say, oh well, he only has to walk 20-30 meters. Yeah, but then when you get further along, there's more and more and more. It's nice that you own your own vehicle, but your convenience should not come at the expense of pedestrians. That's the thing. And believe it or not, there's actually a vehicle parked in the middle of the road. Can you imagine just parking in the middle of the road and then leaving your car there? Incredible. They'll be very surprised when they come out. They'll probably wonder, was my car stolen? Was it towed? Well, aside from the fact that the barangay will be aware of the operation, there's so many people standing around watching and they will immediately tell the driver, yeah, your car got towed, illegal parking. And some people might ask about signs. Well, you don't need a sign for the sidewalk, but nonetheless there are signs that say no parking this side. I was surprised when I was watching TV the other day and I saw General Gonzalez on TV now heading up the airport security. He used to lead IAC, so obviously he's very capable. I was wondering what position did he go to, and there he was. I don't know if we saw this one get picked up earlier, but it looks like that's the driver there. Pretty much all of these appear to be residential parking. So overnight parking for residents, not for some kind of commercial, visiting a local business or anything like that. I was wondering why the enforcer got stuck here for a while with this driver. The driver was refusing to sign the ticket, but he's just signed it now and handed it over. It doesn't make too much difference if they sign it or not, but as much as possible, it's better to have it signed. There's that little van we saw earlier on the sidewalk, connected to the tow truck. The team came across what appears to be a habal-habal terminal, or a legal motorcycle taxi terminal. The parker was trying to get them to run away as soon as he saw the enforcers. So according to enforcers, the passenger confirmed they're paying 300 pesos from here to Makati. Now obviously I don't know exactly where they're going in Makati, but if you check Grab right now, 306 pesos, that's in a car. A lot of people use illegal motorcycle taxis instead of the legal ones because it's convenient. They're right there parked on the road and they just jump on instead of having to wait for Angkas or Joyride or Move It. That's why the illegal ones still get a lot of passengers. And they just flagged down that rider. He had a passenger on the back, no crash helmet. Personally, I wouldn't take that risk, especially in somewhere like Metro Manila. The roads are kind of mayhem. There's a big risk of being involved in an accident no matter how good of a rider you are. Really, any road, you need helmet. You need to be wearing the right gear.